Hello to all my brothers and sisters. It is your boy Kushowa, and today we're going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's the movie. Can you believe that this entire series is now 10 years old? Or I think it could be older because I swore I known, or at least from my knowledge of remembering things, because my memories can be pretty bad at times. I know the series has been around since like 2014, like it, or even like probably like older than that, like probably 2013, I think. You guys probably might remember better than me, but I definitely know this series has been around for like years now, and it's still going with many releases from, 1 through 4, Sister Location, Pizza Simulator, and then Security Breach, and then the VR games, which are like one day I definitely have to like play the VR games for you guys because it is like a completely different experience when you compare the VR Five Nights at Freddy's games to the console games or PC games, whatever you're playing it on. We're not here to talk about the games. We're here to talk about the movie. Also, by the way, thank you, Zach Pack. Wait, am I saying that right? This is Zach Pack. God, I'm so bad with saying usernames. But again, thank you so much for the, requests. Like, I appreciate it immensely because, I mean, again, I wanted to play all these like game requests that all you guys sent me, but again, today still waiting for that hard drive to get here. So hopefully tomorrow I should be able to actually like start playing games again, rant videos to make up for it. And since, I know Galactus wanted me to, kind of like play Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through 4, and I thought to make it up to him, I guess I would talk about the movie. And once, I get that PC fixed up, I'll be ready to record myself playing all the games you guys want me to. Because thank you guys for that. I still have that right here in the like back of my like mind. Like play this, gotta play this, gotta play this. Like this movie, like it is good. It is good. Like if you've played the games, I think you will enjoy the movie a lot because they really do try their best to try to adapt from what little they do have from the story of the game. Because honestly, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, or even when the first game started, it was really kind of like most of the other games later on in the series where it was really story oriented. You know what I mean? It was just, you play as a security guard trying to like get through Five Nights and not dying. That's it. There wasn't really much of a story besides, like, I don't know, the previous like guy that worked there that would let you know about all the stuff that happened and how the animatronics get a little bit quirky at night. Again, there wasn't really much to work off of, so I guess this movie they kind of took a few elements from other games and probably stories, books, novels, like comics, whatever, knowledgeable when it comes to the series. I play the games, but I'm not like big, like I'm not like Markiplier where he probably knows everything.
Was that the bite of 87?
Which is also funny, by the way, because apparently he was supposed to be one of the security guards, or I think he was supposed to be the security guard at the beginning of the movie, but I think due to the fact he was trying to do another movie at that time, I think it was Iron Lung. Yeah. I think that's the movie he's gonna be in that hopefully he releases, or it probably did, and I did not pay attention at all with that, but we'll wait and see if it did. If it did, let me know. But I think it was for the best because I think he would have, from the way it started off, that security guard and getting killed. I would have preferred to see him in a different like cameo that wasn't him dying. And it's like, oh, so much for those like Five Nights at Freddy's gaming skills. I think overall the whole movie and the vibe, great, like amazing. I mean, you have the original animatronics that kind of caught me off guard a bit is not the main character, Mike. They do include two characters that were not originally in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I mean, that came later on into the series, which was, I think, Vanessa, the security guard, or I think she's a police officer in this movie.
Are you
William
challenging
Afton,
me?
I think. Kind of crazy that they introduced two characters that, come later on into the series. It's crazy how they try their best to kind of adapt as much as possible from the original game with little much of a story that they have. Because again, there wasn't really a lot to work off of, but I guess they had to take a few like, tidbits and elements from other games to kind of make it work. It is what it is. But I'd say, from being scary, it's not that bad. They do try to be like, spooky in a way, but I heard also originally that we're supposed to make the movie more like bloody and gory, how it was supposed to be, but they kind of had to tone it down because again, you know, it's for kids. Yeah, which it's funny enough that this game series, even though it's advertised towards kids, definitely it's definitely not like a game that kids should be playing. I don't know what really much to say about the story itself, being that it's pretty much just like the game, but with a few things added in, because the main character himself is like, oh, I need to make money to support my little sister and me, because we only got each other, and then he has his like, I think, what was it, like aunt who wants to take her away from him because she doesn't think he's capable of like taking care of his little sister. So that's why he does this whole job working at at Rudy's Brukenbush. That's also crazy too that next year we're getting a second movie. Like, and then soon we'll get Five Nights at Freddy's 3, 4, sister location, like all the like games turned into movies at this point. Like it's you about to see like some like Five Nights at Freddy's cinematic universe going on with this series, which it's kind of weird that it took him this long to do it. Like it took them like years. Like I mean, the hype for this like series was like years ago, and for them to just like be like, oh, let's just release it now. It's kind of like how what they did with the Slender Man movie. It's like I chose to release a movie for this series when the hype for it was just gone like that. Like you could have like made the movie when the games were still popular, but you chose now to do that. Like it's so bizarre how companies do this. But, you know, I think overall like the entire movie was good. Like it was pretty enjoyable, I'd say. Love Five Nights at Freddy's, Again, be it the person who grew up with Chuck E. Cheese and as a kid, when, my mom would take me to Chuck E. Cheese just to like play like games and go on the slides and the little like mini park inside with the ball pit, and then having the big animatronics like just singing and dancing. I mean that, and as a kid, you enjoy it because you're a kid and you don't really think about it as much, but when you think about it now when you're much older, you just realize, wow, those things are creepy. And it would be interesting to see them turned into like a spooky, like horror film or something. And, I guess Scott was like, oh, I'm gonna take this thing and turn it into this. And that's what he did. But again, thank you guys for, like all these like requests you guys have been sending. Like it's been like great. And hopefully, once my hard drive gets delivered today, hopefully, I say hope, and then I could manage to actually install it onto my PC, that everything will just be back to normal. I could go back to doing what I'm gonna do. Thank you guys so much though. And don't worry, I promise you all of your like game requests you've been sending me, I'm definitely gonna play them because there's a lot of good games you guys have been sending me wanting me to play. Now everything will go back to normal tomorrow and I'll be able to continue doing more like gameplay videos. Love you guys, and as always, 嗯。